Hey guys, it's your boy Lava Vivo. I'm coming at you with a quick book review. Today we're going to be talking about Ready Player 2. I want to start off by saying that Ready Player 1 by Ernest Cline is probably one of my favorite books of all time. I really enjoyed that story, and one of the things that I really enjoyed about that story was, I know deep in its heart this is not what it was meant to be, but at its core is not a love story, but nestled in there is a love story. And I am a big sucker for love stories. So that might be why I didn't enjoy Ready Player 2 as much as I did the first one. There's a little bit of a love story in there, but really it's kind of a long story short, a rift is caused between Wade and Artemis, and he doesn't even spend the whole story trying to get her back. He really falls kind of back into the same trap that he fell into in the first one. He's pining after her, so he's just trying to finish, what his obsession is in order to get back to her. And I don't know, it just didn't have the same story beat as it did the last time. This one kind of takes a very predictable route once they introduce kind of the main thread. Very we've seen it 1,000 times. 2001, Terminator, all of it. We've seen it. We've seen the beat 1,000 times. Man creates AI, AI takes over, and AI destroys man. That's it's textbook at this point. And so it's another one of those. And one of the complaints I had about the first book was that I felt like Ernest Cline threw in every single piece of 80s, 70s, 60s throwback trivia he could, just for the sake of throwing it in there in the book. I'm not saying it's not possible, but man, if you know every single piece of trivia or callback that he made in Ready Player One, like if you know, or if you got that, you know what I mean, like, good on you. But I hesitate to say that you had to look some of that shit up. Like, a lot of that shit. But, I don't know. I could be wrong. I've seen a lot of shit. I got a lot of it, but in comparison to the whole book, I probably got just a small portion of that stuff. Most of that stuff either I didn't care to look up or I had to look up. And that was my big complaint about the first one, was just too much, too widespread. This time around, I think he definitely narrowed down the focus. It was more believable that somebody would know all that trivia. Yeah, so I believe that the knowledge in this book is actually something that could happen. The one thing that I didn't like about how he did it this time was that for Wade to have put 5, 6, 8 years at this point of his life into researching Halliday lore and stuff, that he just couldn't figure out some of the stuff that seemed like it would be way too easy. And that's where there's a new set of characters they introduce that's basically the new version of Wade and his friends. A total missed opportunity, by the way. They're hardly in the book. They talk about, and they kind of introduce them like they're going to be a big thing, but you really don't hear nothing about them. They have to go get this thing later in the book that would have totally made for a great story. And he didn't even explore it at all. But, I get it. There's a lot of clutter, and that probably wouldn't have helped. But yeah. Is it readable? Yes, it's very readable. I highly recommend reading it, especially if you like the first one, because you never know. Maybe you find something that I didn't find, and that's what makes that story a great story. Am I going to read it again? Probably, yeah. Maybe not right away, but yeah, it's rereadable for sure. As far as movies, I did enjoy. I really enjoyed the Ready Player One movie, but I was a little disappointed, if I'm being honest, that they didn't include some of the stuff from the book. I thought that would have been really cool, had they have stuck to the source material a little more. And I understand that Ernest Cline was involved in the writing of that movie, and maybe he saw that as an opportunity to fix some things that he didn't think would translate very well. But yeah, I'd be remiss to say that I wish they would have stuck to the source a little bit more. This one I think you could probably do into a movie a lot easier. Getting some of the characters that they had in the books, or in the second book, I think might be interesting. But it would be cool to see for sure. I'd be down. I'd go see it. I'd pay my $10 or $15 for whatever ticket. I don't know if I go see it in the theaters, but on demand or whatever, for sure. But yeah, I haven't decided for a rating system yet. Would I read it again? Yes. So that's my recommendation. If I can read it at least twice, then I think you should check it out at least once. So that's what I'm going to say. And I'm going to close this out. This is going to be a new, kind of a new series. I'm going to try and go weekly. I have a couple backlogged. And we'll see if I can keep up the momentum after that, the momentum. Fans of Dashie, you'd get that. But yeah, we're going to try this out. So, probably going to drop the book reviews on like a Monday, and we'll go from there. Anyways, it's your boy Lab of Evil. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.